Basic concepts of manufacturing processes.
Manufacturing is basically a value addition process. It is the backbone of any industrialized nation. Definition.
Manufacturing is the process of conversion of a raw material of low utility and almost no value because of having no particular dimensions, shape, size characteristics into a product of high utility and value because of having appropriate size, shape, feature, configuration, dimensional accuracies and finish. So, manufacturing is nothing but converting raw material into products by using certain manufacturing techniques.
Importance of manufacturing process. Manufacturing and technology are complementary to each other.
Growth in manufacturing enables increased availability of finished goods and its appliance in various sectors. Such appliance leads to technology development of the industries, which is then transferred to development of manufacturing technology. Growth of manufacturing is also referred to as an index of technology growth of a country.
It leads to development of industrialization and society.
It provides important material supports for national infrastructure and for national defense. Classification of manufacturing process. All these processes used in manufacturing concern for changing the raw materials into usable products may be classified into 6 major groups as
1. Primary shaping processes.
2. Secondary machining processes. 3.
Metal forming processes.
4.
Shining processes.
5. Surface finishing processes and 6. Processes effecting change in properties.
1. Primary shaping processes.
Primary shaping processes are manufacturing of a product from an amorphous material. Some processes produces finished products or articles into its usual form, whereas others do not, and require further working to finish component to the desired shape and size. Typical examples of the products that are produced by casting process are machine beds, automobile engines, carburetors, flywheels, etc. The parts produced through these processes may or may not require to undergo further operations. Some of the important primary shaping processes are
casting, powder metallurgy, plastic technology, gas cutting, bending and forging.
2. Secondary machining processes. As large number of components require further processing after the primary processes. These components are subjected to one or more number of machining operations in machine shops, to obtain the desired shape and dimensional accuracy on flat and cylindrical jobs. Thus, the jobs undergoing these operations are the roughly finished products received through primary shaping processes. The process of removing the undesired or unwanted material from the workpiece or job or component to produce a required shape using a cutting tool is known as machining.
This can be done by a manual process or by using a machine called machine tool.
The example of parts produced by machining processes includes hand tools, machine tools, instruments, automobile parts, nuts, bolts and gears, etc.
Machining processes are
turning, threading, knurling, milling, drilling, boring, planing, shaping, slotting, sawing, grinding, gear cutting, thread cutting, and unconventional machining processes. 3.
Metal forming processes.
Forming processes encompass a wide variety of techniques, which make use of suitable force, pressure or stresses, like compression, tension and shear or their combination to cause permanent deformation of the raw material to impart the required shape. These processes are also known as mechanical working processes and are mainly classified into 2 major categories, i.e., hot working processes and cold working processes. In these processes, no material is removed, however it is deformed and displaced using suitable stresses like compression, tension, and shear or combined stresses to cause plastic deformation of the materials to produce required shapes.
Hot working processes.
Forging, rolling, hot spinning, extrusion, hot drawing and hot spinning.
Cold working processes. Cold processes. Cold forging, cold rolling, cold heading, cold drawing, wire drawing, stretch forming, sheet metal working processes such as piercing, punching, coining, squeezing, deep drawing, bending, etc.
4. Joining processes. These processes are used for assembling metal parts and in general fabrication work. Such requirements usually occur when several pieces are to be joined together to fabricate a desired structure of products. These processes are used developing steam or watertight joints.
Temporary, semi-permanent or permanent type of fastening to make a good joint is generally created by these processes.
Joining processes are welding, plastic or fusion, brazing, soldering, riveting, screwing, press fitting, sintering, adhesive bonding, shrink fitting, sintering, adhesive bonding, shrink fitting, diffusion welding, etc. 5. Surface finishing processes. Surface finishing processes are utilized for imparting intended surface finish on the surface of a job. These processes should not be misunderstood as metal removing processes in any case, as they are primarily intended to provide a good surface finish or a decorative or protective coating onto the metal surface. Surface cleaning process, also called as a surface finishing process. Some of the commonly used surface finishing processes are honing, lapping, super finishing, belt grinding, polishing, tumbling, sanding, deburring, belt grinding, polishing, tumbling, sanding, deburring, sandblasting, etc. 6. Processes effecting change in properties. Processes effecting change in properties are generally employed to provide certain specific properties to the metal workpieces for making them suitable for particular operations or use. Some important material properties like hardening, softening, and grain refinement are needed to jobs and hence are imparted by heat treatment. Heat treatments affect the physical properties and also make a marked change in the internal structure of the metal.
A few such commonly used processes are given as under:
annealing, normalizing, hardening. Annealing, normalizing, hardening, case hardening, flame hardening, tempering, etc.
Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more videos.